of serve I'm doing, I've got to hit the ball as fast as I can, but as fine as I can. So I'm looking for a little whip like that, but really fast. I'm not, yeah. So, you know, you might get that whip, but if it's slow, I'm only going to get so many revolutions on the ball. I need as many revolutions on that ball as I possibly can. I'm going to come round here to be aggressive, because most people tackle the forehand. So this opens up my forehand now, okay? And I'm going to do what's called a pendulum serve, which is probably the most popular of all serves. And it's just like chopping with an axe, yeah? And your wrist is a little bit like a bow and arrow. You're going to pull it back, or cocking a gun back, yeah? You're going to pull back and then fire it when you want it to fire it. So, I'm going to take this wrist back as far as I can, and I've got to try and loosen my grip off to get as much motion as I can. You're always looking really for roughly 180 degrees turn head of the back, and whatever I do. Yeah, so I'm going to try and go for as much as I can. So you'll probably loosen off those three fingers and grip it mainly between thumb and finger. There's no real set criteria, it's a very individual thing. Okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pad up and come down. I've got my body roughly 90 degrees to the table or even beyond. That allows me to get room to turn. And all I'm going to do is come underneath, yeah, and skim it as fast and hard as I can. On contact, that's when my wrist will flick through as I contact it. Depending on what spin I want, if I'm going to go, we'll just go for choppy side, I'm going to hit it roughly very early on in my bat, at the furthest point from my arm if I can, because that's the bit that's rotating the fastest, the outside edge rotates faster than the inside. So I'll be right down at the bottom, and as you can see the spin there, I'll take it over the side, and drag it over towards me, so I'm not aiming to move much, because if I stood here, my big weakness is here. But if I put loads of side spin on, it's very, very difficult for him to get it over there. It's always going to draw back to myself. So when I'm turning here, so I'm ready to attack. Yeah, so when I'm going underneath it, sort of flip, and that then sets me up. I've got one on for your follow-up. So you should be looking for a strong follow-up if I come round here and be aggressive with. So this comes back, underneath, loads of side spin, and skim underneath. Furthest point away from the bat. My arm out there, in and under, trying to get that moving. Wrist goes in on contact, and I'm trying to really aggressively sort of dig into it as I come. That gets the back of the ball, so I'm just trying to skim it, but like I said, hard and fast. If you're doing it right, rather than go and thump the ball like that, you're better off missing the ball up there. If you're doing that, it shows that you're trying to get this skim. So that's what I should see. Yeah? Now the return, Malcolm would be stood with his outside arm and leg roughly in line with that end of the table there. A good sort of arm's length away from the table, because it's easy to come in and it's to go out. Yeah? But your balance should be forward, almost come forward. Yeah? Right in that point there. Arms neutral, you don't want to be stood like this or like that, yeah? Keep it nice and neutral, and the bat needs to be above the table. Even if you defend, you need that bat above the table. You don't want to be picking the bat up and coming in. Unless you have funny rubber, you tear them to the zone door. If not, keep that bat above the table and the nose coming into it. Yeah? And then, if I go across, the secret is, if I go underneath it, and you just want to return it, you need to go underneath it. If I come over the top of it, that means it's top spin, you come over the top of it. So you're just going to do, if it's back spin and top spin, you're going to do the same as me. If when I put side spin on, you're going to go the opposite. So if my bat travels in that direction, that means the ball's going to drag here, so Malcolm has to, or whoever's opposite you, has to aim in the opposite direction. Yeah? So Malcolm will compensate by going across that side, and hopefully it'll land over here. Yeah? Skim on the ball to bring it back here. Yes, Malcolm has to then aim it to the forehand side, because my bat travels that way, so he knows which way it's going to go. And that's why you have to be careful on watching it, because some people go, and then they'll go one way, so I'll go underneath it that way, then I'll bring it back this way. It's a boom. but it's only the contact that matters. So everything that's done after that